Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be doing another big unboxing because I got a bunch of stuff delivered just a little bit after my previous unboxing video. But this isn't a super long one, but I think the stuff that I've got is really important. It's also a bit of an update video, specifically based on the Jace that I got scammed on last time. So if you'll remember, I had the 4-star Dragon Ball with my Ginyu Force Jace SH Figure Arts, and my plan was to scratch out the 4 stars and make it a 2-star ball. I don't know if that shows on camera too well, but I think I managed to do it, and I think it looks pretty good. So, sort of a blessing in disguise that it was the 4-star ball and not some other arbitrary number or something like that, because I was able to scratch them out because the 2 stars were sort of in the same orientation that the 4-star ball had them at, so it kind of worked out. But onto the unboxing of today. So after I got Jace and Recoome, and previously having Captain Ginyu, it pretty much solidified that I needed to get Berter, and I could not find him at a fair price. His aftermarket is insane. It's something like 300 Australian dollars minimum. And that's not counting tax or shipping or anything else, and that's just like the lowest price you can find him for, and it's pretty ridiculous. I should have jumped on it last year when I think he was like 200 Australian, but I thought that was too much at the time, and since I went in too deep at this point, I was kind of screwed. But I needed him to complete the collection, and I sort of convinced myself that it would be good to complete the Namek Saga because I'm sort of so deep into it, and we are pretty much right about to finish it, at least by the end of this year, because we're going to get Kui, Scouter Vegeta, and Full Power Frieza. And who knows, they might announce like the end of Namek Vegeta or something like that later. But for now, that's the last sort of 3 Namek figures, and I'm missing a few others. But generally, I'm pretty deep into that line, so it's realistic to finish it. So anyway, the first figure of today is Berter and Guldo. So I won't disclose what it cost me, but you can probably take a wild guess at it. It sort of frustrated me that I had to pay what I did, and that I am sort of as obsessive as I am about things like this. But here they are, Berter and Guldo. This was a brand new and sealed copy, so I was at least happy about that. And like I mentioned before, these aren't really true unboxings because I do open them beforehand because of how many times I've been screwed. So he does have the right Dragon Ball, all his accessories are there, everything is right. So we've got that. But I'm really looking forward to actually displaying this and posing it up and putting him with the rest of the Ginyu Force. And I am happy to finally have this completed. And it's actually way bigger than I thought it would be. I'm at least happy about that. Like, this figure, I forgot how big Berter is, and you forget that he's like a bigger frame than Recoome, and Recoome is pretty massive as well. So that's cool. Even if Guldo is effectively a statue, this doesn't bother me that much at all. If anything, it would have been nice if Berter had more faces, but it is what it is. Now, next up, we'll jump away from Dragon Ball Figure Arts for a second. So I got the Uchiha Madara exclusive edition SH Figure Arts. Now this one, I think it was like a Comic-Con or something release at some point, and it was a repaint of an old mold. So this is an older figure, but the new repaint is really, really well done. I heard the figure itself is pretty alright, and the reason why I got it was because the Orochimaru Figure Arts and the Obito Figure Arts are both so incredible that I was like, oh, I might as well complete the set of villains that they've done so far. So I wanted to get Madara. He was discounted because of box damage, and I don't know if you can see the box damage there. It's this tiny little crease just in the corner here, and it had multiple stickers denoting box damage on it. And yeah, that was interesting because I would not really call that damage per se. Like, it is damage, but it wouldn't be enough to sort of like address, I would say. Anyway, moving on, I have gotten another metal cooler. Now, the reason why I got another metal cooler is actually twofold. One was so I could actually play with the one that I'd already opened up and reviewed without sort of fear of damaging it, like actually using my hands and not gloves to play around with it. Because I really wanted to like get the most out of the figure. But the other reason was, after the review, I noticed there was actually paint chipping a little bit on him, and I think he was like that out of the box, and it's like very, very like minute, like wouldn't really ruin anything, but I noticed it and that bothered me a bit. But if he was already going to be the one that I play with, doesn't matter. And this one, I'm not usually the type that does this, but this one is going to permanently stay in his box. He is still sealed. The only thing I opened was the shipping box, and the box is also in perfect condition. So that one is just going to always stay like that, because I am fearful that over time the original one will like crack or paint will rub and things like that. So this is just sort of like a permanent backup to be like, okay, he can stay and look pretty all the time, and I can have a cool little cooler figure to play with. So next up is one of what I think is one of my more interesting purchases. I found this completely by accident on Yahoo Auctions when I was sort of on a binge of figure arts, because I was really upset about the Jace Dragon Ball thing, so I sort of went on a bit of a reckless rampage, and you'll see a bit more of that in a moment. But I accidentally stumbled across this one, which was, I think it's the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Goku Black. It is an event exclusive Goku Black. And I've got the other two Goku Blacks that they've done, which was the very standard release of him just rosé, with practically no accessories, but a cool sort of effect coloured over him, sort of like what they did with the Kaioken Gokus, as well as the first release one, which had the normal state and rosé and a Dark Kamehameha and her sort of energy blade. And this one is the event exclusive one. First off, I love event exclusive boxes because of the cool dark design and the monochromatic silhouette. Those are cool. But he also comes with an aura effect, and it's the only time they've ever done like the pink purple aura effect, and he comes with an energy blade. He is also detailed differently to the other Goku Blacks they've done, so that's really cool. I'm glad I came across this one. I don't know if buying event exclusives will become a common thing for me now, because I've got the Madara Goku Black, I've got the Nappa, and a lot of the event exclusives, especially from last year, were really, really cool, and I kind of want them, especially that redo of the Super Saiyan Awakening Goku. I like what they did with that one, but we'll see how we go. And the next one is a pretty interesting release. This is kind of an event exclusive, or like it used to be an event exclusive, and it's sort of like a repurposing of the figure, sort of like what they did with Ultra Instinct Goku. So this is the Super Saiyan. This is the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku, and the original one was an event exclusive as well, and that one had a red and blue aura effect. And this one is just the figure, like it's the exact same figure from before, just does not have the aura effect. And it's got a really cool premium box designed by Toyotaro. And you can take off the slipcase, and it's just like the Kaioken Goku, and it looks like a standard release, but it's just really nice and fancy. I like it. If anything, the sleeve is what really denotes how special this figure is, and just looks really nice. And I wanted to get every form of Goku, and at this point in time, that basically means that I'll need to track down the event-exclusive Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Which is a bit of a shame that that was an exclusive, because typically the event versions are all just repaints or remodels of previous figures, so it's a bit of a shame that an actual state of Goku is locked behind that. Although the same sort of thing could have been said about this figure, but they did sort of rectify that later, and they did do Blue Goku just regular release, not Kaioken. But that's a problem for the future for me. Hopefully they will do something similar to this one so I can get all forms of Goku without issue, but we'll see. Next up was another casualty of me being super reckless. And it is a very, very long box, as you can see. And there's only one Dragon Ball Figure Arts that has a box like this. And it is the 2-pack Super Saiyan Gohan and Goku, or like the Spirit Goku. And this is a retool of The original Battle Damage Super Saiyan 2 Gohan has different accessories to that one, but has better etched in battle damage similar to the Super Saiyan Awakened Goku that they did last year. And he also comes with a few retools like a Kamehameha that he can actually hold. So that's really cool. I thought it wasn't too bad on the aftermarket because you get literally 2 figures with it, and it is a repurposed full power Super Saiyan Goku. But it was just one that I sort of, in a burst of rage and, I don't know, recklessness, I just decided to grab. And it is a very cool figure. I haven't taken it out yet, but from what I can see, and I've got the original Gohan as well, I can see that it's a pretty good pack. And I'm looking forward to playing around with it a bit. I just like that there's genuine battle damage beyond the outfit being ripped. So I like that. And last figure for today. Probably one of the ones that I wanted the most from last year because I never got the original one and I've always regretted it because I had many opportunities to do it, but I just wasn't into figure arts at that point. This is the event exclusive Raditz, and it also comes with Kid Gohan from the first few episodes of Dragon Ball Z. And this is a repainted Raditz where they've detailed his faces a little bit more, and I think kept the accessories the same, but the only difference is the Gohan. The Gohan is a static figure, sort of like the Guldo. I believe there's a base to hold him up, but you can swap out his faces. So that's cool. I've always wanted this Raditz, and I'm glad that they re-released him in a somewhat more affordable manner because the original release is also very expensive, but the event exclusive one is really nice. I'm really keen to play around with it. I've heard that Raditz is a good figure, and it sort of rounds out my collection of Saiyan armor characters. So I'm collecting sort of Namek and Saiyan armor characters, so completing one will effectively complete the other as well, because I still need to get Zarbon, Dodoria, Battle Armor, Krillin, Battle Armor, Gohan, the new Kui, and Vegeta. But generally, like, I'm close. But those 7 figures was pretty much this unboxing video. There's nothing else that I've got hidden around. There might be some stuff later, but not in this video. But generally, this all spawned, besides Metal Cooler, this all spawned from me being so upset about that Jace coming with the wrong Dragon Ball that I just recklessly rushed out and bought a bunch of things because I was so upset. I wanted to be happy and wanted to have something work out for me, just because I've had such a weird, awkward run with SH Figure Arts lately. But generally I've got those, and so far I'm happy about them. They look good. I hope that there's no hidden secrets that will ruin my day later. But so far so good. That's nice. Happy about that. And I hope you all enjoy videos on these. When I get to them, I'm definitely not going to leave them in the box except for the Metal Cooler. But all of these I do intend to look at one time or another. Hopefully sooner rather than later, but there is a lot to get through, and maybe I'll just do a full tour of all the SH Figure Arts I have and what you guys would like to see as reviews sooner rather than later. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will see you all next time.